We continue to highlight local athletes signing to take their talents to the collegiate level with Griggsville-Perry's Mariska Sheurman. Today, the senior officially signed to QU's cheer and stunt team. Despite cheering since the 6th grade, Mariska didn't expect to continue in college until speaking with Hawks head coach Diane Shoemaker about the growing sport.
I kind of got the idea my junior year. I actually got the opportunity to talk to Diane, and she kind of explained like what it was about and what I could do with it. And then this year I really just tried to hammer down on practicing and getting better, and then I decided that it's something I wanted to do.
Well, Griggsville-Perry head cheer coach Brandy Bennett knows Mariska's decision to continue at the collegiate level will continue to inspire those within her program and beyond.
I'm really excited. I'm so proud of Mariska and her commitment to QU Stunt. She's a very talented young lady, and I think this speaks volumes for the future of stunt and cheer, especially around here in a small town.
Well, the Hawks stunt team will debut its inaugural season this spring. That's all.